I have a question for you. Scooby-Doo, where are you? I'm over here, Shaggy. Scooby-Doo. Here's a fun fact. This year, Scooby-Doo turns 50. 50! I mean, in dog years, you're wondering how Scooby-Doo is still alive. I mean, he'd be a skeleton right now, man. Be a skeleton. Be the same thing he's afraid of. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, theory. And Scooby-Doo has had quite a bit of theories over its 50-year run. Now, originally I was just going to do like one cute little Scooby-Doo theory. And yeah, we would do that. But I found an article. It was 15 different Scooby-Doo theories. And we are going to go over those theories in this video. And hopefully it will be fun. Alright, let's do this! Number 1, Shaggy is a pothead. This is actually one of those little joke things that you probably hear a lot, and like, oh, the way Shaggy acts makes him kind of stoner-esque, which, yeah, I mean, it is like it's the 60s, man. My Shaggy really isn't the best impression I could do, but Raggy. But anyway, basically, simply on the way Shaggy talks and acts, basically, people think he's a stoner, and, well, yeah. It was the 60s when the show first aired, and fun fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of us know that the Scooby-Doo live-action movie was originally going to be more for adults. Well, Shaggy was supposed to be a full-blown stoner in that movie, so technically it's kind of fact. Alright, move on to the next one. Number 2, the gang lives in a post-economic collapsed country. Now, this is one that I assume a lot of you have actually seen before. Say, to my knowledge, this is one of the more popular Scooby-Doo theories out there. Say, the original 60s series takes place in a post-economic situation, which is why a grand majority of the villains there were stealing money. So, yeah. It also explains why everything was abandoned. So, yeah. It's a decent theory. I think the theory is pretty good to describe the original series. And it might actually explain why a bunch of celebrities are just there hanging out with the gang in the new Scooby-Doo movies, like the Three Stooges, Don Knotts, the Harlem Globetrotters, Laura and Hardy, and Batman. Number 3, Scooby-Doo exists in a universe where supernatural entities are real. Well, yeah. It's kind of fact. They encountered real-life vampires, ghosts, zombies, aliens. I mean, apparently they exist in the DC universe. If they exist in the DC universe, I'm pretty sure that supernatural entities exist, okay? And also, they crossed over with a show called Supernatural. I'm pretty sure they exist in a world where the supernatural is real. Number 4, Velma is a lesbian. She just hasn't come out yet. Okay, like the first one with Shaggy, this one actually has some bit of truth with it, with the original live action movie. Because in the movie, it was supposed to be more adult, and so Velma and Daphne were going to have a lesbian relationship because they gotta go extreme, boy. We gotta get the adult Scooby-Doo. We gotta get some gay stuff, which would have been inappropriate in the 60s, but now even kids shows are doing that now, man. But then again, I really doubt that Velma is in fact gay, because most of the fact that Velma is gay is basically on what she wears. I mean, yes, because your sexuality is based on what you wear, or your personality or stuff. Like, this shirt is practically all black, which I guess means I'm an emo. Dab. And apparently it's basically on how she acts, like, around men and stuff. But I don't think this is what the creators were intended with the show. Well, obviously we can't ask them now because they're dead. There's going to be a much more stupid gay one coming soon. You better believe it! Number 5, Scooby snacks contain desperate drugs. I guess that's why Shaggy and Scooby, we love them so much. What? Number 6, the gang is dodging the Vietnam War draft. Again, this did take place around Vietnam, so I guess this kind of makes sense. Okay, I give claps to you, Theory. You actually kind of make a little bit of sense. It kind of makes sense. Not like some of the other ones here. Number 7, Scooby pretends to be spooked but secretly solves the crimes before anyone else. Well, it is kind of weird on how Scooby still gets frightened by these monsters, even though 90% of the time it ends up being some dude in a suit. But hey. Well, yeah. I don't really know if he's pretending, but he does kind of do that. I don't really know, man. I don't really know. Scooby just seems too dumb. He's a dog! He's a dog! What are his relatives' name? Scooby Dumb! What do you mean by Scooby Dumb? They're all dumb. No. Number 9. Each episode is an acid trip. What? I mean, why does everything have to do with drugs? Why? Just why? No wonder there are episodes where Velma, Daphne, and Fred basically aren't with Scooby and Shaggy because they've been doing too much drugs. And the later seasons, Shaggy finally got off the drugs, which is why they're friends again. Or at least that's what I think this guy is trying to be like. So, yeah. Next one, please. Number 10, Scooby-Doo is a USSR experiment. You know, I actually heard this one before. See, the reason why Scooby is able to talk is because he was actually a USSR experiment. And the reason why the show is called Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Is because the people at USSR are basically trying to... It's saying that. That's why they call the show that. They're trying to find Scooby. But then again... Scoob has family, and they're all talking dogs. And let's just say that Scooby is another one of them, and he just has a speech impediment. Yeah. Although, fun fact, this theory is kind of similar to the next one. Number 11, Scooby was in a lab experiment and is now dependent on drugged Scooby snacks. Now, here's what's interesting about that theory. This theory may not be true in the universe of the show, but part of it is actually true in the Scooby Apocalypse comic book series, which is actually a pretty decent comic if you ask me. I haven't finished it yet, but what I've read of it is actually really good. And basically, Scooby is a lab experiment, and he's got this little thing, and that's how he's able to talk in the comics. Now, the whole thing about drugged Scooby snacks, screw that. Screw that, man. You can just give me some Hipster Shaggy. Hipster Shaggy. Not Stoner Shaggy, but Hipster Shaggy. Hipster Shaggy is the Shaggy that I like. Next one. Number 12. The whole show takes place in purgatory. No. Number 13. Freddy Shaggy are in a gay relationship. Have you even seen the show? You morons! Shaggy is into tons of girls, and so's Fred. Plus, it was the 60s! You idiots! Number 14, the gang are on a paid escape room escape mystery tour. They tour themselves. And finally, number 15, the Mystery Inc. crew are in a cult. Yeah, they're obviously not just friends hanging out, you know, going to weird places, catching bad guys, maybe encounter a real monster. They're definitely not that. No, they're in a cult. They were brainwashed, which is how they managed to stay teenagers for 50 freaking years. For 50 years being a teenager for freaking years, 50 freaking years, they're in a cult, they're cults, they're in their 60s, and they're fooled, Scooby isn't even a dog, he's a homeless person in a dog costume. Everything you know about Scooby-Doo is a lie! Everything you know is a lie! Ah!